Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about apathy. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Apathy is when you lack the motivation to do anything that usually you do or you like to do, or is when you just don't really care about anything that is around you. So you don't really care about things that surround you, you don't really feel motivated to do anything, and you don't see any kind of interest in any activities that you usually like to do. But apathy can be a symptom of different types of diseases or disorders. Although apathy itself can be a mood disorder or can show that we are having some issues with our moods. It is much more common that apathy happens in short periods of time during a lifetime of a person, but in a medical way it is considered to be a long-term symptom, and it can be associated with a mental disorder or a very specific mental state. Usually the main symptoms of apathy are the absence of concerns, emotions or passions, the lack of motivation, the lack of purpose, passiveness and very low energy levels, and detachment from life and from personal events. Apathy is actually different from a simple reduction of emotions or from a reduction of interests or motivations. People with apathy tend to change their behavior with a severe lack of motivation and initiative, or a total reduced drive to complete tasks, even the simple ones. In a more simple way, apathy is a change in some circuits and connections on the brain, involving particularly dopamine. That is a neurotransmitter that in a normal function regulates moods and motivation. And this malfunction may be created by a circuit inflammation, which can affect the reward system, leading to an extreme unwillingness to work. So, in the long-term run, apathy is a neurological and psychiatric issue totally associated with the brain malfunction or a brain disease. Apathy also can really be a sign of other kind of disease like Alzheimer's, like Parkinson, or any other type of dementia. It can also indicate a brain injury, a depression, a stroke, or schizophrenia. When apathy is considered a mood disorder, it can have three subtypes. It can be an emotional apathy, which is a lack of emotions, and even if they are positive or negative emotions. It can be a behavior apathy, or it can be general apathy, which is a little bit more mild, but is a lack of emotions, which is characterized by less motivation, poor emotional acts, and a lack of social engagement. People also can experience something that is called a bystander apathy, which is a lack of sympathy in order to help somebody else. So usually this kind of apathy kind of creates a less sympathetic person, particularly when it is needed to help somebody else. It can also be characterized by compassion fatigue, which is an overwhelming feeling of exhaustion particularly in an emotional field, which decrease compassion and empathy also. For a correct diagnosis, you have to have first a complete medical physical exam for your doctor to understand where this apathy comes from, and if there are other cases or it can be other causes from this state of mind. It is also need a full medical history, which we call anamnese, test levels of motivation, personality and behavior, brain scans like MRI, CT or PET scans, even look at the medication that the person can even is having, because some types of medication can cause a apathy or a lethargic state of a person, and roll out other symptoms and other type of psychological or psychiatric disorders. Of course, apathy can be very difficult to diagnose because it can actually be a symptom of something, but it can be a disease by itself. So it always depends if there is other disease associated, if there are other issues that a mental health professional can really discover and diagnose as an empathic state. The treatment usually always needs some type of medication that is going to make this kind of chemical imbalance on the brain getting better and getting much more effective, and all the combination with any kind of psychotherapy can be eventually a big help for a much more functional person that can eventually carry this kind of issue. For you to be able to manage your own empathy, it is important that you are aware of some kind of triggers that can turn your state even worse. Make an effort to be a little bit more social, to engage in a much more social environments, and even to do small things like go out with some friends for a coffee or for a walk, or just be more often with some family. Try to engage in things that you like, that you love. Enroll yourself in some kind of art or music therapy if it's something that make you feel comfortable. Do some kind of exercise. Reward yourself every time that you end some type of tasks. Sleep and eat a little bit more healthy, and join a support group to help you manage to all of your feelings and emotions. And so that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, comment if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!